Hi folks, this is Dale. I'm going to tell you a few ways that you can protect your computer in the event you believe you may be infected with some sort of virus, or if you actually know that you're infected with some sort of virus. The first thing that you're going to need to do, and we're assuming that your computer is operational at this point. If it's not, you're going to need to reach out to a professional. But assuming that your computer is operational and it's slow and you're just suspecting that there are issues, the first thing I want you to do is open up your internet. By default, Windows 10 is only going to give you Microsoft Edge as a browser. But if you search here in this search bar at the bottom for Internet Explorer, just type in the word Internet. It's going to bring this up, and you can right-click this and pin that to your taskbar. That makes it easy to get to, and I'm not a fan of Internet Explorer as far as a browser goes, but sometimes it seems like it's a little easier to use than some of the newer browsers such as Edge and Firefox and Chrome, because things will run automatically through Internet Explorer. So using Internet Explorer, I'm going to go ahead and go to this site that I'm going to give you. It's called Ninite.com, and that's Ninite.com. Ninite is a site that specializes in providing you with free software. It's free to go to Ninite, and it's free to download anything that they have from this list of applications. The applications in here at the very least have free trials, but everything in here is available for free. Now, why would you want to go to Ninite to get these applications instead of just doing a Google search for them? Well, the main reason is because through Ninite, all of the add-on junk that you get when you download something has been removed. There's no toolbars, there's no questions, there's no are you sure you want to install Java and add the ask toolbar to your computer. You don't get any of that type of garbage. All you get is the application that you're after. So with Ninite, you have web browsers, utilities, messaging, compression, media, runtimes, developer tools, imaging, documents, security, file sharing, online storage, and then this other, which gives you Evernote, Google Earth, things like that. Just about anything that you could need is in this little repository of applications. The one that we're going to go to for this particular example is the security tab, where you have several things that you can install here on your computer for free. As far as virus protection goes, you have Microsoft Security Essentials. If you have Windows 10, or you're not going to need to download this, because Windows 10 it comes with Windows Defender installed. But if you're not happy with Windows Defender and you need something a little bit more secure, there is Avast, AVG. You can also download other virus protections like Sophos Home, which I highly recommend for your home protection. The one we're going to grab today is called Malwarebytes. You're just going to put a checkbox in the one that you want, or multiple. If you wanted to download multiple things, you just select, like say we wanted Google Chrome and we wanted to do the Java and so on. You just select all of these things and then simply click Get Your Ninite. So the only thing I want right now is Malwarebytes. So I'm going to get my Ninite. And here it's going to tell me, this is why I like Internet Explorer for this, because you get the browser bar down here at the bottom that's just going to say, hey, what do you want to do? We want to run it. So we're going to run this application, and just as quick as it can be, it's just going to download Ninite. We're going to be done. Now once this starts downloading, you can actually close the browser. We don't even need it anymore after that. So depending on your network speed, it could be 30 seconds, it could be a minute, it could be a little bit longer. But once it's downloaded, then it's up to your computer's hardware to install it just as quickly as it can. So it's going to install Malwarebytes on my computers. As you can see over here in the corner, we already have the application installed. It's going to finish up and it's done. At this point, we're finished with Ninite. We can just hit close. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to open Malwarebytes. You can see I already got the real-time protection. It's already up and running and protecting my computer. So we're going to go ahead and open Malwarebytes. And this is going to introduce you to the newest version. We're just going to close that. So at this point, we're just going to hit Scan Now. And immediately, the first thing this thing is going to do is going to check for updates. And then it's going to start its pre-scan. Then it's going to scan my memory, my startup files, the registry. And this is the longest one here, the Scan the File System, which could take, again, anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour or more, depending on the speed of your computer, depending on how much infection it's able to find. and it just takes off. Now, hopefully mine's not going to find anything. This is actually, I'm running this version of Windows on my Mac, so we shouldn't, I rarely ever fire this up, so we probably shouldn't find anything on here. But I'm going to go ahead and skip to the end so we can get to the results. So here we're catching up with the end of the scan. It's in the heuristic analysis, which literally just takes a few seconds. You can see my computer has scanned 296,326 items. Still moving. The time elapsed has only been about 3 minutes so far. And of course it hasn't found any threads at all. And we're finished. So just like that, it took 2 minutes and 57 seconds to complete the scan on my computer. 391,442 items were scanned. It found 0 threats, and of course, since nothing was found, nothing was quarantined. Had it actually found infection, it would have listed what it found, and it would have asked you if you wanted to quarantine these items. You'd have selected yes, quarantine. It would have done that and likely asked you to restart your computer at that point. So after that, that's it. We're finished. So we can close Malwarebytes. We're completely done. It's wanting me to turn on real-time protection to block threats. And you can purchase this. You can activate a license and buy it. I don't think Malwarebytes is too expensive. It makes a very good addition to your computer to keep you protected from viruses, because just honestly, a lot of the virus protection that's out there today is garbage. It's not worth what you pay for it, and it just does not do a good job. You have to pay for a really premium product to get your money's worth. Malwarebytes is a great tool. It's been around for a very long time. They know what they're doing, and I've been very pleased with it and used it as a technician for a lot of years in helping clean up people's computers. But this is just one way that you can help clean up your own computer, fix things on your own before you have to involve a technician or pay somebody to come out and fix it or even take it someplace. The next thing I want to show you is a product called CCleaner. And again, for that, now unfortunately CCleaner is not available through Nanite. So for CCleaner, we're just going to go to Google and do a Google search for it. And by CCleaner, that's exactly what it is. It's C, which stands for your C drive, the main drive on your computer. CCleaner. So we're going to go ahead and search for that. I found that the best one for me has always been the one from FileHippo. A lot of problems with some of these other sites, like you see down through here, is they're going to try to download other stuff on your computer as well. But FileHippo does a good job of just giving you the product that you want. So we'll click on FileHippo, and it's going to tell us that this is the latest version of CCleaner. It's 8.83 megabytes. We're going to go ahead and download that. Again, finding Internet Explorer to be the best way to go, because it's just going to give us this pop-up down here at the bottom that's going to tell us that we want to run it, save it. It's going to let us do what we want to do. And there it is. So we're going to run, and just like that, it's downloaded and installing. Again, once your install starts, you can go ahead and close Internet Explorer, get that out of your way. And we're just going to hit install. The default options on CCleaner is fine. Generally, I uninstall it after I've installed it. There's nothing wrong with leaving it on there. It does a good job of keeping your computer clean. I don't recommend messing with the registry settings or anything else in here. If you're going to have to mess with your registry and other things, you're going to want a professional to do that. So just at this point, you're just going to hit clean. I also recommend doing the analyze first, because you don't want to inadvertently uninstall something that you need. So if you do the analyze, it's not making any permanent changes to your computer. All it's doing is showing you what it's going to find. And after it finds all this garbage that my computer don't need, then we can make the decision of what to get rid of and what not. So anything that's internet related can go away. We don't need, this is all just temporary. It's cookies, history, internet file. We don't need any of that. Windows Explorer, it's just recent documents. We don't care. Thumbnail cache, we don't care. Recycle bin, it's going to empty that for me. going to get rid of my temporary files, all the memory dumps, Windows log files. All this stuff is fine. Nothing wrong with getting rid of any of this stuff. This is all just a bunch of garbage. So yes, at this point we're going to go ahead and we're going to run the cleaner, and it's telling me that it's going to permanently delete the files from my system. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. I want to do that. So it's 100% complete. You can see it's moved 1,056 megabytes of data. So it's almost a gig of data gone from my or over a gig of data gone from my computer. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So at that point you can close it. Now, as you can see, it's going to monitor. It's still running underneath, and it's going to stay there, and it's going to monitor things for me. So I'll say, okay, thanks. And you can just leave it on there and go on with it. So there's two tools that you can use. If you don't want to keep it on there, it's just as easy to get rid of. You just go to the control panel, and if you have Windows 10, you want to right-click your start button to get the control panel to uninstall a program. If you have Windows 7 or back, you can just left click and you'll see control panel in the list. You can get to it the same way. These are the two programs that I installed. I'm just going to go ahead and get them off my computer. And CCleaner. Uninstall it. Uninstall. And just like that, the tools are gone, my computer's clean, and I'm back up and running just as fast as ever. So this is just a couple of ways that you can speed your own computer up without having to involve a technician or pay out a bunch of money to get things cleaned up. When you can do it yourself, it's pretty easy to do. So post your comments, questions, or anything like that below. Again, if you're curious about a virus protection, I definitely recommend Sophos Home. That's SOPHOS Home. You can search for that on Google. The only thing you have to do with them is register for the account, which includes creating a username and password with your email address. It's a very, very cool console to allow you to install up to 5 computers on that and monitor them all. So that's it. Again, if you have any questions, post them below. I'll post a link to Sophos Home for you. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.